Fellas, today we're back with 7 killer fragrances women want to smell on you. That's right, fellas. Today I'm here with 7 fragrances women want to smell on you, and these fragrances are phenomenal in my personal opinion. The first fragrance on our list today comes from the house of Givenchy, and this fragrance is Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. And Reserve Privé is the bad boy, if you will, of this fragrance collection, and you can just look at the presentation versus the OG and say that, yeah, I understand what you mean. This fragrance does feature the note of whiskey. Okay, there's a boozy quality to this fragrance, and it takes this one from that nice daytime fragrance to that nice, seductive, sexy, masculine nighttime wear fragrance. This is going to be great for a date night. This is going to be great to just smell amazing when you're lounging around with your boo thing or any special occasion. In addition to the whiskey here, you get some amber, you get this powder-like feel, the iris in here. All in all, I would say this is an amazing fragrance that you cannot go wrong with. Women are super attracted to this fragrance, so wear this one with confidence and know that you're going to smell amazing. The second fragrance on our list today comes from the house of Commodity, and they've made a huge return to the game. The fragrance that we're talking about comes from Commodity, and this one is Commodities Velvet Plus. Now, Commodity has done something great with their scent space collection, where you get Velvet Minus, you get Velvet, or Velvet Plus, which is the more bold, expressive take on Velvet. This fragrance does something phenomenal when it comes down to just having something that's alluring and attractive. This one's spicy, so some saffron here. You also get some cardamom. You get this almost chestnut feel with this scent, and this is a fragrance that just reaches out and says, hey, I'm here and you want me. That's exactly what this fragrance does. You will not go wrong with this fragrance. Commodities Velvet Plus is also a fragrance that not everyone's going to have on. So think of your Dior Sauvages of the world, how popular that one is, and maybe someone won't want to smell it on you. It may be reminders of an old ex or something like that. Velvet Plus, likely not. You're going to stand out from the crowd with a fragrance like this as well, and she's going to dig it. So get your hands on this scent if you have not already. Commodities Velvet Plus. Now, the next fragrance has a common theme in the others that we've talked about. You saw that Reserve Privé had a golden hue. You saw that Velvet Plus had rose gold lettering, and this fragrance also has a golden hue. This one's from Azzaro, and this one is Azzaro's Most Wanted Parfum. Now, not to be confused with the Most Wanted in the all black bottle, but when I think about the Wanted series with these bullet references here, they're all bad boy scents, and phenomenal fragrance nonetheless. The Most Wanted Parfum takes this bourbon vanilla in addition to this woody and spicy feel to really create a fragrance that is mind-blowing. Women do enjoy this fragrance, and also they enjoy the Most Wanted. So if you have the Most Wanted in your collection, you could be good with just that one, but if you want to change it up just a bit, amplify it, amp it up a bit more, then this is the fragrance that you could go with. All in all, I would say that this fragrance here does what it's supposed to do, and that is to make you a masculine, ultra seductive and sensual guy, and that's what this fragrance does for sure. The only thing that I would say with this fragrance is has some sweetness here, and if you're not into sweets, then this may not be for you, but it's not overpowering, it's not too much, and a lot of ladies do enjoy that sweet note within fragrances as well. If you want to know what notes go best to attract the women, I do have a video dedicated to that as well. I'll leave that one linked down below. The next fragrance on the list today comes from a fragrance line that has had a bunch of bangers, and this series of fragrances is no different. And the fragrance is none other than YEDP, or the Eau de Parfum version. Now, this fragrance here has very similar qualities to the original. It's just amped up, a little bit sweeter, a little bit more powerful, and with that you get this scent. Now, they have a ton of these flankers out there, whether we go Eau Fraiche, La Parfum, YEDP Intense. There's a lot out there, but this one is tried, it's proven, it's true, and this scent will have ladies just like, what do you have? on. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is a killer scent. With that, I think it's important to note that this fragrance is a bit of strong scent, which is not necessarily bad. You want something that's powerful. You want something that's going to work. You want something that's going to project. This one has the reputation of being a sharp fragrance. And honestly, when this fragrance first came out, it was kind of not off-putting to me, but I was like, God, it's a little too cloying for my personal taste. But the women were already going crazy for the scent. I circled back around to this fragrance, and hey, I can tell you, this scent is top tier. You won't go wrong with this scent. It's one that has been tried, it's proven. You could wear that one in the spring and the summer if you wanted to, like if you really wanted to, but there's a host of other fragrances within that lineup. There's the Eau Fraiche version, although it's discontinued, it's still in a position to be found that would make it more of a warm weather fragrance, so be sure to try that one out as well. Now, when we get into this next fragrance, we are taken to a way that this fragrance is strong. This fragrance has a reputation of being a killer, not just on this list, but an Aventus killer. The fragrance comes from Nichane, and this one happens to be Hachibop. This one is amazing. Now, Hachibop does have two new fragrances coming out, or Nichane has two new fragrances coming out, which are flankers of Hachibop, and depending on when this video releases, it may already be out or still about to come out. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. The fragrances should release in the month of March, I believe March 18th or something like that, when they'll go live. Now, they have the X version, which I believe kind of reduces the oak moss or takes it out completely, and then that's another video for another time. Back to this. This scent here is amazing. Every other fragrance that I have from Nichane all stem from this one as blind buys. Someone sent me this one to try out in a sample. I was like, that's amazing. Dan from over at Scented Waters, I ended up purchasing a bunch of them all because I enjoyed this one, and this was a blind buy. I say that every time. If you're new to the channel, you may not know the story, but if you've been around, then you know. But what I'll say with this fragrance is the only downside to this fragrance would be possibly is that the oak moss could be too earthy for someone out there, but 9 times out of 10, more people are going to enjoy this fragrance, specifically the ladies. Also, you're going to get your money's worth with this fragrance. It's long lasting, it's powerful, so you can be easy on the sprays, and that's also going to help with this being readily acceptable in terms of how it touches the nose there and how people perceive it. All in all, you can wear this fragrance and you are going to be really set up for success with that one. You can wear it to the office, wear it casually, wear it date night. Fully versatile fragrance in my opinion. Nichane's Hachibop. Now, the next fragrance on our list today as we get down to our final two fragrances. This one here is from the Master of Seduction, Tom 44, and this one is Tom Ford's Ebon Fumé. Now, oftentimes when you hear killer fragrances, ones that women swoon over, things of that nature, they tend to go with like Tom Ford Noir Extreme or Tom Ford Oud Wood or something of that nature. Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, all phenomenal fragrances, by the way. But this one here is one that's going to set you apart. Not only comparatively speaking to the other ones that we talked about, is it a newer fragrance, but this one here just takes that masculine level to another level. My guy Kevin Samuels hit me up on this one when he came across it and said, B, I know you know about the fragrance, but you need to buy it. I just smelled it and it is to die for. And I was like, okay, say less. Purchased 2 bottles. My wife has a bottle. This scent here is amazing. The Palo Santo note is going to be something completely different than what you may have experienced from fragrances if you have not dove into the private blend or more niche fragrances. This one is still, in my opinion, one that is mass appealing, but it's not like a generic run-of-the-mill scent that you can get at any old place. This scent here really shows that there's an air of sophistication with you, one that you understand scents, you understand how things develop, and you could wear this one to the office if you want, if you were dressed up nice. You could also wear this one with a leather jacket, white t-shirt, in my opinion, a versatile scent in that nature. Not one that's going to be best for the high heat, but if you're in a cooler environment, that's one of those fragrances that you have to reach for. Tom Ford's Ebon Fumé. Now, the next fragrance on our list, the last fragrance, the 7th final fragrance, the number 1, the numero uno, the fragrance that is from MFK. And I recently did a video on a version of this fragrance saying, should men wear Baccarat Rouge 540 in 2023? And the overwhelming answer was yes. Now, when I dropped the video, a lot of people said that, hey, this one is the one that they should wear, the one in the red bottle, which is the Extrait de Parfum, okay? And I said, you know what? you're onto something. A lot of women out there do enjoy the DNA of a Baccarat Rouge 540. It's huge. It's one of the most clone fragrances out there. A masterpiece 10 out of 10 for a lot of people out there. But a lot of guys said, hey, you know what? If I'm going to do it, this is the one I'm going to do. Now, it does take a little bit more coin when you are doing this one, but nonetheless, women love the DNA. They love it on you, and this is one of those ones that you could wear. So you could go with the regular 540, the EDP, and do wonders with it. Ladies are gonna love you still. But if you want to set it up just a little bit different, or even do a his and hers within the fragrance collection, this is the one you would grab for you. Give the regular EDP for the missus there, or whoever you're giving it to. Those are 7 fragrances, killer fragrances that women are married, so they would love to smell it on you, not necessarily me. That's all I have for you. As always, I'm your boy, Big B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.